up, everybody? Since you've been gone. That's all that's been going through my head for the last 2 days since I watched the Guardians 3 trailer. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm Brad.
I'm Miguel.
And welcome to Let's Talk Movies. This is episode number 106. We are moving right along into the hundreds, man. Tonight on the show, lots to talk about. We, of course, we are now post-Super Bowl. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. Couldn't really care less, I'm going to be honest, after Cincinnati lost. Everybody was like, who do you pick for Super Bowl? Who do you want to? I was like, I don't really care. Like, I'm past the point of caring. But
hey, you know what? I still watched Super Bowl, and I enjoyed it, so.
That's fair. But now that we're post-Super Bowl, we are going to talk the two biggest trailers to come out of the Super Bowl, which was the official trailer for The Flash, highly awaited trailer. You know, just given everything that's gone on with DC and this big old shifteroo, this reboot, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what to call.
Reboot
I know
it's
I really don't even know what to call this like new thing that they're doing with James Gunn. But whatever you'd like to call it, this reboot of the DCEU. There's just so much speculation, so much talk about what this film is going to mean and what it's going to do for the universe and all of that jazz. So I was super stoked to see that trailer. I think it delivered. I was pretty stoked to see it. It looked nice. I was digging it. And then also the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer, which broke my heart. Since you've been gone. But I'm telling you, I think it's going to be a very, very emotional film. I did solo reactions to both of those on Sunday night when they dropped. I know the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny one dropped too. I watched it on my own. I didn't do a full reaction to that just because
He didn't feel, you know, since you've been gone enough
I didn't feel
on it.
I didn't feel super emotionally attached. It's a good trailer. It looks awesome, and I'll probably go see it. But I
guess it wasn't content worthy. I don't know. I guess not.
No. So don't take it personally, Harrison Ford. I love you. You're amazing. But by the way, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hope you're having a good Tuesday.
Just because we're on the show doesn't mean we didn't celebrate Valentine's Day with our ladies.
It means we did.
Yes.
Shout out,
Slayer. Okay, shout out, honey.
We love our ladies, but we did absolutely neither of us did literally nothing today. But that's okay, because work happens on Tuesdays, and then the weekends are for love and partying.
Pretty much, man. welcome.
That's pretty much being an adult. It's like you live for weekends, and you just like, we'll get to do that, on a Friday or Saturday night. But Sunday nights are out. You don't want to do anything on a Sunday night because then you got to get up for work the next day. So it's just like,
I'm taking full advantage of the weekend, dog. Fuck you out of here.
Sunday, I just want to stay at home.
If I don't have to wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm using that to my advantage.
I'm to the point though where it's like I don't. It's like I don't want to do anything on weeknights. Like I just don't. I don't know if that's just being a part of like an older
Listen here, young kings and queens. Don't have that mentality. Always stay strong. Be mentally strong. Mamba mentality. Sundays are not for rest. Yeah.
Dilly, do it live.
Dilly.
But listen, at the end of the day, to everybody watching the show right now, I just hope that you can find yourself a love like this at some point in your life. I do.
I forgot we did that picture. My eyes are closed.
What a gorgeous picture. Both of our eyes.
It definitely is. Oh my god.
I
kind of just accepted it too. You know what? And you know what? That's sensual. I'll say that right now. All that is sensual.
It is. We're very passionate about each other, romantically. Yeah.
That's what we'll make it up on a Saturday. Don't worry. We'll make all this up on a Saturday.
We'll make it all up on Saturday, but
my God. Moving on.
I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed that. This is the kind of content that everybody comes to our channel for. I'm just saying.
Is it okay? I'm glad.
Oh, SBC Bird, what's going on, buddy? He said, "Hey, gents, what's up, man?" So there's been a little bit in the news lately, man, about we've had some UFO activity in the United States lately.
We have.
It's been a little wild. I texted her. We were sitting down here watching. What were we watching? We were watching this show that we're kind of into. We're loosely watching it. Like it's been out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. When did it drop? It's a Hulu show. It dropped last year. Okay, so it's not that old. Dropped in December. It's a show called Kindred. It's based on a novel
Kindred
where
spirits.
it's this young black woman, and she essentially keeps getting pulled back in time from present
Oh, I know
day
what you're talking
as
about.
a slave, and she keeps having to save this young boy, and it's like it's basically the unraveling of her trying to figure out like why she keeps getting tossed back and forth between the present day and between the 1800s, like slave times and things like that. It's pretty interesting. It's a good show. It's kind of dark though. So it's one of those shows where
From that premise,
given the subject
I
matter,
can
but like
imagine. Yeah.
it's one of those shows where it's like I can do one episode and then I'm done. I gotta take a little break after a while,
Yeah.
But anyways, we were sitting down there watching it, already a dark show as it is, and I kept getting all these Twitter notifications. Like every time I'd get on social media, it was like, the U.S. and Canada have shot down another UFO, and I finally looked at Julia. I was like, "Are we okay?" I was like,
Guys,
"Is something wrong?"
we are not okay. I'm gonna say that right now. News,
Do we need?
if you
Do we
watch the
need
news,
Fox Mulder on the line right now? Like,
I'm gonna say this right now. If you're on the news right now, if you keeping track of the news, dog, I'm not gonna lie, we might go off grid.
does Skinner need to like reopen the X Files? Like, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's been nuts. That's been kind of a weird thing to follow. I actually saw today on like literally less than an hour ago on NASA's Facebook page a Voyager like robot thing they sent out into space. That they sent out into space in 1990, and they got a picture back, and it's this little teeny tiny pinprick of a dot, like a little glowing dot, and it's Earth from like 3.7 billion miles away. And I was like, that's terrifying. That's cool. Like, that's insanely cool, but that's also terrifying.
That is terrifying.
that little poor little robot's sitting out 3.7 billion miles out in space away from the planet. That's nuts to think.
Well, he's doing something no man has ever done before, or have journeyed gone before.
And the aliens are sending to us for some reason. I don't know why they want to come see us. There's nothing good here. I don't know what they want.
Have you not seen the Super Bowl, bro? Rihanna? Yeah, if I was an alien, I'd come here. I'd come to Earth just for that.
I'm just kidding. Earth is a beautiful, lovely place. I just hate what humans do to it sometimes. There are often times
Earth is
where
like a bypass exit of the galaxy.
It really
all it
is.
has is like a gas station and a subpar family diner.
There are
That's
so many
pretty much
times
what
where
Earth is in this giant solar system.
I look at nature and I look at the natural world and I'm like, God, we live on, like we are blessed to live on such a gorgeous chunk of rock out in the middle of space, and it's so cool, and science is like so cool. But then I look at like what humans do to it, like dumping crap in it and like stealing its resources and stuff, and I'm like, we suck.
Okay, Captain Planet, let's calm down. Let's calm the PSA, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, whatever. I'm all about saving the earth. I have some Leo in me. I support Leo. Rosalie is here. What's up? She said, "Hey guys."
Hello.
And also, Earth girls are easy. That's why aliens will come. Ooh, that's a scary thought. Oh man. SBC Bird said, "Are either of you guys excited for the Resident Evil 4 remake next month?" Hell yes, I'm excited for that remake. Also, what's your favorite Resident Evil game? Mine is 7, closely followed by the Resident Evil 2 remake. So yes, I am excited about the Resident Evil 4 remake. I will probably buy that. I haven't played any of the remakes, admittedly. I actually still haven't even played Village, which I know I'm super, super behind on all of that stuff. I finally did beat 7 after I got like a third of the way through 7 about a year and a half ago, and then put it down. Well, when 7 first came out, I got through about a third of it, and then about a year and a half ago, I was like, I need to finish this game. So I finally actually like went back and I went back and played through the rest of it. I did. I did not take my time. I did not take my time. I was like, I want to get this thing over with. I want to see what happens. I want to get to
this
the
broke pretty much just double tap.
But I still haven't played
every
Village.
single monster just to make sure.
I don't know. I wasn't super, super wild about 7. It was good, but it wasn't. I don't know. It was one of the lesser games in the franchise for me. And that's not to say it wasn't good, because it was very good. But even
I've heard
Village,
good reviews on it, so
Village didn't look incredibly
appeasing.
interesting to me. But I also haven't played it, so I don't know. But my favorite Resident Evil game, that would be a toss up between 4 and 5, the original 4 and the original 5. Which there is no
Those are
remake
good
to 5,
choices.
so that is the original. But 4 for nostalgic reasons, 5 also for nostalgic reasons, but 5 I did alone. 4 I played with my dad. My dad and I played through 4 together. 5 was the first. 5 was a huge deal. Like, if you remember when Resident Evil 5 came out, they released 5 simultaneously with the release of the PlayStation 3. Like, that was like the big game that came out with PS3, and we went to Lexington. I got like birthday money and Christmas money, and we went to Lexington, and I bought Resident Evil 5. I bought the PS3. I bought 2 controllers, and like the cords and everything I needed. It was like $930 that I spent on that trip, but it was 100%.
I would never spend that much money on a fucking console and game.
Well,
Jesus,
I was
Mary and Joseph.
I was that excited, and I played through the first chapter of Resident Evil 5 like the minute I got home. Like the second I got that thing plugged up, I was already playing 5, just because I was so stoked for it. But 4 is probably my favorite, just for nostalgia reasons. I have very distinct memories. You're all going to think this is weird, and that's totally fine. I just, for whatever reason, I have very distinct memories of me sitting there playing Resident Evil 4 like on Thanksgiving morning. Because I'm originally from Florida, and like in Florida, like I remember playing that game in Florida, like on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know why. That's incredibly random, like a very random thing to be nostalgic about, but like it is. It's weird.
Hey,
I fully accept that.
It's one of those kids. It's one of those childhood memories. I mean, I'm sure I could think of a couple right now. Probably not.
Do you have a favorite Resident Evil game? I know your favorite Resident Evil trope.
Yeah.
Which would be rocket launchers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I thought I've already like told that a couple of times, and it's always controversial. But yeah, I mean, I like 6, man. Eat my ass.
6. I didn't think 6 was quite as bad as everybody.
It's like the weakest. It's supposedly like the weakest installment, but I personally liked it a lot.
I actually don't think it is. Personally, I don't.
What? You don't think it's the weakest?
If we're talking the main timeline, like 1 through 8, I could see someone saying that. But if we're talking the entire franchise, like all of the spin-offs, 6 is not the weakest by any stretch of the imagination.
Okay, well,
6 had a good story, but the execution and how you play the game was.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people weren't fans of switching between Jake and Leon and Chris, and then back to Chris, and then back to Leon, and then back to, like, it was a lot to keep track of because they're also like in different corners of the planet at different. You know what I mean? It was a lot to keep track of.
I kind of liked it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It was like you play each character, and you pretty much they like interact with each other, or like they cross paths at one point or another of the game. And each one of them had their pretty cinematic ending and story, so I thought it was pretty good. And I think some people just weren't a fan of the game mechanics. It seemed too third person, like no, just like third person shootout kind of thing, instead of like an actual like horror survival game. But then again, like Resident Evil 5 was kind of the same thing.
Resident Evil 5 was barely. A blend of, which 4 was too. 4 and 5 were kind of a blend of the old with the new. 6 was basically like all out, shoot 'em up, blast 'em. You know, I remember my dad's biggest complaint with 6 when we finally got that was, the marketing for 6 was really cool. If you remember the whole like no hope left thing.
That's partially one of the reasons why I got it. But that's partially one reason why I wanted to play it so bad. But
the trailer when it's showing like the cities in chaos and whatever, and it's like it shows like the school, like there's like a teacher with all of her classes huddled up, and there's stuff pushed in front of the door, and there's stuff banging on the door, and it's like it's talking about like the virus and the infection spreading, and it's like when our weapons failed something else. Like it was really really well done trailer, showing everybody very COVID-esque, like showing
Yeah.
everybody in masks and all that stuff. It
Hmm.
was cool. But I don't know if you'll agree with this, either of you. But like my dad's biggest complaint when 6 came out was that he was like, it's too fast. Everything is too spazzy and fast paced. Like part of what makes Resident Evil so cool is that it managed to blend scary and action. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was a
It
good
was
blend of
very
horror and
much.
action.
How can I say this? It felt very like Tomb Raider, I guess. It felt pretty much like that new Tomb
Yeah,
Raider game, and I think that's probably why I like the Tomb Raider. The first Lara Croft Tomb Raider game, like the new generation Lara Croft. I like that one, and I guess it was pretty much the same way, I guess, except it didn't have like
yeah.
the multitude of different storylines. I don't know. I prefer that game mechanics. I like it that way. I have not played Resident Evil 7 or Village, and is it 7 and Village, or did I mix that up, or did I combine the two?
No, seven is
It is
different
Village.
than Village.
Okay, 7 is
Yeah,
different Village.
Village
Gotcha.
is 8.
Yeah, okay. I have
7
not
is
played
7.
those
Village
two.
is 8.
Okay, but
Yeah,
that's first person shooter, right? I'd be interested in that.
yeah.
Yeah, so
It
I'd be
just it
willing to
went in
play that.
such a different tonal, like not tonal, from a story standpoint. It's so.
Different. It literally
I think that's why.
it left like the typical Leon,
Yeah,
Ada, and Wesker kind of storyline, or like the different strands
yeah.
of trying to stop a T virus, or what's the what's the company that Chris is in that's trying to fight
The BSAA.
the BSAA, and and all
Yeah.
the bioterrorism and all that stuff. That's all
Well,
done. And I
seventh.
thought this was different. It was more low key. So I was like,
Right.
shit, I'd be willing to play it. It's like
Well,
Outlast, at least to me, from my point of view, except you can actually shoot back.
right. I
So that's
just
how I felt.
I found myself like I love Resident Evil for the story. But
Hmm.
like I found myself struggling playing 7 with like how does this tie into the rest of the franchise, like at all. Like
Oh,
there's
I can.
very little to no tie into the rest of the franchise, and then you get to the end of the game and Chris Redfield shows up and it's almost like 7 was so different, not in tone. I know they went back to the tone and the feel of the original games, but 7, like story wise, was so different that when Chris shows up at the end to save Ethan, it's almost like
There's
where did
no
that
like,
come? Like, where
yeah,
did
there
that
was
come
no
from?
like, what's it called? There was no like reward for the work you did, kind of.
Yeah,
You didn't feel
it
like you
felt
worked for that type of
weird.
reward, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm okay with things evolving and new monsters and things like that. I mean, that's fine. I don't necessarily care about that. I do miss OG zombies. I will say that.
Hmm.
I miss straight up T virus infected zombies. I miss that because that was
Yeah.
that's the era that I like. But I also really like Outbreak too. Outbreak was really cool. Dude, yeah, that I would love, dude. I could do a 3-hour Resident Evil episode. That would be awesome. Do you have a Resident Evil podcast? Because if you do, that's freaking sick. And I would love to come on and talk Resident Evil with you.
I
That'd be
about said,
awesome.
if you want to check out some of the things we have on like zombies, we do have like
Yeah.
probably a 2 or 3 hour, and I'd still say that video still holds up now.
No, you want to know what's funny? So
What?
Miguel is referring to it's like our it's in the first 30 episodes that we did. I don't remember what number it was, but we did a very, 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 very deep dive into zombies. Well, listen, that episode felt like it was like a 5-hour ordeal. I had like pages and pages of notes, and it was pretty in depth, but that
Hmm.
episode felt so long. Bro, it's literally less than an hour and a half.
That's so fucking hilarious.
It's
But it
stupid.
fell in depth.
It felt so long. But yeah, zombies is a
It's a love for the both of us. The
yeah,
genre
it
in and of
is.
itself. Yeah, we
It
love
is.
that genre.
So like on Purely and Simply Evil, we've talked about doing that. We're gonna do a season on all the classic zombie flicks, and just because that could be, I mean, that'll be its own whole thing. So,
Hmm.
but that'd be great. Also said I got to interview the motion capture voice actors for Marguerite Baker and Jill from the Resident Evil 3 remake. That's pretty cool, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah, man. If you, I'm not trying to do you. Your show is your show, but if we would love to come on there and talk Resident Evil,
Hmm.
that'd be an absolute blast. Derpy's here. What's going on, Derpy? Then there's a remake of Children of the Corn. I
Is it
did
really?
see something about that. I'll have to look into that more because I don't know the specifics. But I did see that. I feel like that's been in the works for a long time. Like I feel like somebody's been trying to get a modern Children of the Corn reboot off the ground for a few years. I could
It's probably
call me
probably for
crazy,
the best.
but I don't
You
know.
heard
Also,
all
Gory
of those.
Tigers here.
Hello,
What up,
Corey.
Gory?
Jesus,
Oh,
1984, Children of the
yeah,
Corn came out, and to this
yeah.
day, I
What's his
still
name?
don't like that fucking movie.
What's his name? Not Tobias. Is it Tobias? No. What's his name?
Are you talking about Are you talking about Cam?
No, the older brother.
I'm looking at the Cecil. I'm
I
looking
don't
at the
think
cast right
so.
now.
Maybe it is Cecil. No, Malachi. That's who I'm thinking of.
Oh,
Malachi.
okay.
Yeah, Malachi.
Yeah, I wasn't. There's one thing I
Yeah.
do not like is children taking over. That's when children have all the control. That's the scariest thing ever for me, dog. I will not.
Yeah.
I will not partake.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested to see what they did with it. It could be kind of dope, you know.
Hmm.
Um, Rosie asked a good question. What are your favorite types of zombies? Slow, fast, rage infected, or virus? Um, I I'm look when we do start taking deep dives into zombie films and stuff on Purely and Simply Evil, like I'm probably gonna piss a lot of people off because I am I know George Romero would very much disagree with me because George Romero was like um he had very strict guidelines for what a zombie was. And to be fair, the dude literally created the genre. So I like all hats off to George Romero. But with that being said, I am somebody who like there are people that will sit and argue with you till you're blue in the face that the infected in say The Last of Us or the infected in 28 days later or 28 weeks later that they're not zombies because they run and because
Hmm.
they act differently or like in World War Z. I don't care if they run or walk or scoot around on a scooter. If it's something caused by a virus or a fungus and it causes you to become like a rageful flesh-eating monster, I'm sorry, but that's a zombie. like like that it is. That's a zombie.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so yeah, I'm very much like I don't I can I'm pretty lenient when it comes to classifying something as a zombie. Now, my favorite type, I do like the classic like I think probably my favorite form of zombie is like what Nicotero did in The Walking Dead, which
That's like the most
is the
zombie,
standard
the standard. Yeah, like he
uh
like Greg Nicotero is able to like excel at the standard of what a zombie looks like. I guess if
yeah.
that makes sense. You know what I mean?
George Romero would be proud of what he did
Hmm.
in,
I'd agree.
which Tom
Even
Savini even said.
even though
Somebody
even the,
asked
I thought George Romero was not a fan of like the like decaying aspect of the zombies. I thought he wasn't a fan of that. I thought it was just like
I
just
don't know about that. I don't know if he had an
no.
opinion on that because they're like that in Day of the Dead.
Hmm.
They're
Yeah,
starting to
true.
kind of decay and stuff like that. But like I feel it's in. I'll tell you what it's in. Tom Savini was on an episode of Eli Roth's History of Horror, which is a really really cool podcast if you're wanting to listen. They did a show. It was on like AMC Fear Fest for a while, and I think it's still on a streaming app. I'm not sure which one. It might be on Shudder. But the podcast version of like all of the uncut interviews are they're on Spotify and I'm sure they're on Apple and wherever else. But I listened to the Tom Savini one and it was pretty interesting. They asked him what he thought the best modern day version of a zombie was, and he said that Greg Nicotero's work on crafting the zombies in The Walking Dead was probably the best modern day take of a true zombie in like cinema today, which I would agree with that. I mean, I think that's a fair assessment, don't you?
I'd agree. Yeah. In regards to like zombies, I gotta say, Greg Nicotero definitely like made zombies much more mainstream than any other movie that came out. Because every single zombie movie that came out was good, and they had it held its salt. But Greg Nicotero kind of made it like mainstream, like worldwide. I'd say with how he did it with The Walking Dead, and it's because you know how like zombies can get really old and dull unless they're like rageful or they're runners. So
Right.
like normal walking zombies, like if you pan to it, like it's well there's the zombies. But like
Yeah.
the way they were able to like film how zombies moved around in The Walking Dead for like the first couple of seasons, it really made zombies much more scary than quote
Yeah.
unquote like just admiring what a zombie
Right.
looks like. So
Well, and you know what? You know what else that he did really, really well, or that I guess The Walking Dead. I don't know if they wrote this in or if this was a Greg and his team thing or what, but something they've done really, really well is show the decay from season one to where we're at now. Like in season one, they still looked like people. I mean, yeah, they started to look gross because they had been dead, but they still looked like human beings. You know what I
hmm
mean? To the point we're at now, the zombies look like they are rotting. Like even some of the zombies they found are just basically immobile because they've rotted to the point they can't move. They can't even really attack you. They're just kind of
yeah,
there,
I forget
So
what
they've done a
episode
really
that
good
was.
job of like
Was
showing
that
the
the
progression of,
Was that the Gabriel and it was Gabriel and who else? What was his name?
Aaron.
Aaron, yeah,
That was close to
when
the
they were
end.
trying to find food and
Yeah,
they were just it was more of a nuisance for them whenever they came upon a zombie because they were
exactly.
like
Yeah.
nothing there was like nothing you could do. Like they
Which
were just there.
is a double-edged sword too because it's like you don't which I think that's what something that The Last of Us has done really really well is that a lot of people have complained that there haven't been a whole lot of zombies, although if you've seen episode 5 you they made up for that. I didn't expect them to go as hard as they could. Like I we went from like we had seen like 5 or 6 zombies in the entire show to there were in the last 15 minutes of episode 5 I was like damn.
hmm
Like we just went really hardcore. But that's a double-edged sword because what they're doing well in The Last of Us is that the zombies are scary because you haven't seen a whole lot of them. So when you do see them, it's like, oh my God, like it's
hmm
terrifying. The Walking Dead, it got to the point where it was like you saw them so much. Like you said, they kind of walked right past them. Like unless there's 10 or more of them in a group, the
hmm
zombies are almost kind of more of an annoyance than they really are a threat to them at this point
Pretty
in the
much,
show.
yeah.
Even if you like in the final shot, Rick is just walking on the beach with zombies, like dug in the sand, and he just kind of like out of anger he stabs the one in the last scene. But like he's not like he's just walking barefoot around zombies on the beach as the helicopter rolls up. Like you know what I mean? He's not scared of them at this point. So, but back to your question, Rosalia, I do like the TWD style zombies, but I've said this before. The zombies in 28 Days Later scare the bejesus out of me.
hmm
Like, legitimately, 28 Days Later freaks me the hell out. Still to this day. And I've seen it probably 15 times. And I just almost spilled my entire beer. I'm going to drink to that. I saved my beer. But yeah, I've seen that movie probably 15 or so times. And it still scares the crap out of me every single time I watch it.
hmm
It's not even scary. It's not jump scary. It's not like I'm like, oh, like it's just it makes you feel so isolated and so alone, and it's so creepy. Like like you don't want to be in a room in the dark after you watch that movie.
Or
It's
hell,
so eerie.
even like in the bright open day. Like
I know
if you saw
it
like
makes
three
everything scary.
yeah, if you saw like three walkers, that's I mean that's fine. And it's scary, but it's not something that's like, I'm sure you cannot handle, I guess. But if you saw
Yeah.
three rage zombies running after you, yeah, you're fucked. Like I remember I saw a meme, but Rosalie, I prefer
Yes.
the rage ones, the fast rage zombies. But like I remember I saw a meme where it was like when you wake up and you realize it's TWD walkers and not like rage 28 day later
And you breathe
zombies,
a
and it's like a
you're
sigh
like
of relief.
yeah.
Yeah. So because
I
that's
see
valid, honestly, I would take walkers over fucking rage zombies.
this would be a fun topic show, but we are going to get to the trailer stuff in just a few minutes. What's
You
up,
see what
Hatchet
you did,
boys? How you
guys?
guys doing? Um, yeah, I'm telling you, I could sit and talk zombies and Resident Evil for days, man. Literally, I could just keep going. Last thing before we move on, have you ever thought about what would be the worst apocalypse to be a part of? Like
Oh, bro,
to be
it's
set in the Walking
definitely
Dead's apocalypse, or the 28 Days Later apocalypse, or the Resident
it's
Evil or
The
whatever.
Last of Us. It's The Last of Us zombies for me, honestly.
I'm gonna be
Resident
real.
Evil is way too sci-fi for me right now.
I don't know. The Last of Us would be bad, but Resident Evil would be pretty atrocious.
Well, that's
Resident
what I
Evil would be
mean. That's
bad.
that's what I mean. Like it ended up being like it just being like a societal thing, where like it just ends up being like bioterrorism kind of thing, and then like you're living your day to day life, and all of a sudden you have a fucking T virus or C virus or D virus outbreak in a certain small town, and you're fucked. So it's kind of like a terrorist kind of thing. NSA, please don't flag me because I just said it 3 times.
The stream's
I'm
gonna get
so
cut right
sorry.
now.
So
But yeah, man,
sorry.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel my reasoning behind that though is at least The Last of Us you can stay away. You know what I mean? Like there's ways that you can stay away from them. Resident Evil, like when the monsters are there, dude, there ain't getting like you're not getting away from that. You're not getting away from Nemesis, bro. Like I'm sorry, you're
Yeah,
just not.
I need a lot of
Like
herbs to turn
that's
into
that's
pills
just
so I
not
can heal
that's just
myself.
not happening. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. You just take that green herb spray and just kind of spray it over yourself, and magically you're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
so, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the tropes in Resident Evil is pretty dumb, but I
Yeah.
still enjoy it.
Train SBC. Last zombie question, then we're gonna move on. Train to Busan. I liked it. Thought it was good. I've only seen it once. I would have to rewatch it again to really absorb it. Have not seen Peninsula. I've not seen that one, but I've heard good things. Have you seen either of those films, Miguel?
Bro, I enjoy Train to Busan, and I don't know which
It
one
was
came
good.
out first. It was Train to Busan came out
Train to Busan first.
before Squid Games, because Gong Yo one of the main characters in Train to Busan,
Yeah.
and he's also one of the contestants that what was it called? That recruited what's his name? The main character in Squid Games. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I've never seen
Yeah.
a single episode of Squid Games. I have no.
Oh,
I don't care.
bro, you would enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, you'd probably enjoy it.
Hey,
You're one of the few lucky folks, guys. He's one of the few lucky ones that has not seen Squid Games.
let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna put a poll. I've never put a poll in a show before. I'm gonna put a poll. So let's. Are you there, Miguel? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a poll. So let's do.
Is it gonna be a zombie poll, bro? This man
Yes.
literally said that we were gonna be done with zombies.
Well, I'm gonna put the poll and then we're gonna move on. Then we'll come back to the poll later.
Okay. I cannot wait what the question is.
So I got what help me think. So favorite type of zombie: the rage, infected zombies, the Romero / Walking Dead style walkers. What else? What else am I even missing?
28 Day Later zombies, Walking Dead zombies, Resident Evil virus zombies, and I guess if you want to put World War Z zombies, because that's like a different type of zombie, too. Though I would call like World War Z zombies like swarm, like that's swarm zombies.
You also have the supernatural like magic type. I don't really. That's really the origin of them.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, here we go. There is a poll in the chat right now. I've never done this before. This is awesome. Your favorite type of zombie. So we'll come back to this later on. We'll come back later. Let me see. So I've got the poll in here. There are 4 options. We'll leave this up until like 75% through the show. So once we get through the trailers, so we have the rage infected zombies, we have the Romero slash TWD style walkers, the cordyceps like fungal zombies, like what you get in The Walking Dead or in The Last of Us, or like the supernatural black magic kind of crap like that. So go ahead and answer that in the chat, and we'll come back. More to come later on. Is it still poll complete? I did what? Poll complete. I didn't mean to do that. Whatever.
Complete.
Well, sorry. The Romero walkers won, like the slow walking, like the Walking Dead style that won. So,
well, that was quick.
Well, that's fate telling me to. All that is fate telling me to move on from zombies at this point, or we're gonna sit here and talk about them the entire show.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. We will get an episode out with them.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we'll talk zombies forever. And SPC, man, again, we'd love to hop on your show and talk about that. That'd be awesome, man. The Hulk is in the chat. What's up, man? He said, "Hi, Brad Miguel. I'm so sorry for not attending the last show, but recently my grandfather has passed away last month, so I'm still in the grieving process. Man, I'm so sorry. I've been there. That, I was there with my grandmother, my dad's mom, a year ago. I've been there. It's a terrible kind of pain.
Yeah.
But, you're strong and you're gonna get through it, just like we all do. It's a terrible thing to go through, but you'll come out stronger on the other side, man. You will.
Be praying for
you. And hopefully there's a lot of really good memories there. So our prayers are with you, buddy. So let's do this. By the way, I just looked at this Marvel logo and I'm thinking about that on the Guardians thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, have you seen the early reactions to Quantumania?
Is it good?
It's rotten. It's like the second or third Marvel film to debut as rotten.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Apparently, Kang is insanely good, but everything else sucks. So I don't know. I'm a little concerned. I was really hoping Quantumania was going to be the one to reel me in, to get me fully 100% invested. But I'm a little nervous. It may have gone up since I saw it, but earlier it was like a 52%. It was low.
It's 55, dog. Jesus, are you serious? Damn.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not doing well.
Well, that's just the critic score at this point, so.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. What does Thor: Love and Thunder have? I mean, what does Thor: Love and Thunder have? Let me see. Let me pull that up. Thor: Love and Thunder has a 64% at least. I mean, it's scoring lower than Thor.
It's also just come out, so give it a couple of days.
Fair.
I'm sure it'll even out.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I was just I saw that earlier and I was like,
I know. We usually try not to think of we usually try not to think about the tomato meter, but sometimes it gives you a surprise. Yeah.
I know. It makes you kind of turn your head what? So why don't we do the Guardians trailer first, since we're already there?
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? So the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer dropped. Brand new trailer during the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Very emotional trailer. Again, I did a whole reaction to that on my own. Miguel, you've seen the trailer, right?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so for whatever reason, I don't know why. If any other content creators have ever had this issue, please let me know. But we're not going to watch it. Usually I would say, let's watch it one time before we break it down. Because for whatever reason, when you watch a trailer through on a live stream and then go back to it to do a breakdown, YouTube likes to say, no, you can suck a dick and I'm going to copyright strike you. And it's like, oh, okay. So basically, we're just going to break down.
That.
Yeah, we're not going to do that at all. So let me see. I'm going to pull up the trailer.
I thought we weren't going to do that.
No, I'm going to you can pull it up and we can. Oh, that's
okay. Bye.
You can pull it up and we can go through it. It's weird about I don't know. It's weird when. Why is it doing this? I don't understand.
Why are you throwing me all over the board right now?
I don't know. This is wiping you around.
That just
It's
gave me
just
whiplash.
it's just weird for whatever reason when you go back and like if I play it through straight one time and then I go back and try to do stuff with it, it's weird and it'll break up the
Oh,
stream.
okay.
So opens on a cool shot of Rocket. I think there's going to be a lot of emotional stuff with Rocket in this trailer. Um, Obviously, Quill looks down on himself. Quill goes through his whole "I'm Star-Lord and I'm beautiful and I'm bad." What do you think of the new suits, by the way?
I love them. I love
I
the
think it's pretty
whole.
dope.
It's very comic accurate, so to speak. Like
It
new,
is.
like next gen comic accurate.
Yeah.
Groot, I don't know. Groot looks a little sus to me. I'm not gonna lie, man.
He looks pudgy.
He looks,
Like
yeah,
he's too buff.
yeah.
Like
It's like
he's
they're trying
too
to,
it's like Hulk Groot.
yeah. It's like they're trying to like age Groot, but at the same time keep his baby face. And
Yeah.
it's like I don't
I
like
agree with
that.
that.
Yeah.
You got to pick one or the other. You can't
Hmm.
have both worlds. Like
Like we
Baby
all
Groot was
fell in
fun.
love. We all fell in love with normal ass, grown ass Groot. Like we fell in love with him in the first Guardians. So I guess we got to get rid of Baby Groot. I guess I don't
Well,
know. Like
it would be the same thing though if they took like Baby Yoda. I know that's not actually his name, but you know what I'm talking about. If they took Baby Yoda and like tried to make him like teenage Yoda, where it's like they're trying to make him cute and also be like adult. Like you just can't like it. You can't like
mhm.
you have to either keep him small or make him big, but you can't have
Yeah,
the best of both worlds. Like it's just not possible. But yeah, he
yeah.
looks a little strange.
Grogu's story is gonna be kind of interesting to me. But
Yeah. Now I am intrigued to see um how the Quill and Gamora thing pans out because you got to remember it's not like he's just having to jog her memory. I mean, it's not just jogging her memory. It's
this is
ooh,
a
there it
whole
is.
different. This is a whole different Gamora.
Yeah, it's literally like a different person essentially.
Hmm.
So that'll be kind of interesting to see how that all comes to play. Her hair is different. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, it does look different. Like I'm not wrong, but she shoves him into the thing. Um, he's like she came back a total dick. It's pretty funny.
Who are
I
these
liked it.
people?
Here, I guess if we can we'll do audio. It'll be all right.
He left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
Dude, I gotta say, listen, Gamora has become like easily one of my favorite Marvel characters. I'm
Are you
gonna
talking
be
about
real.
Nebula?
Or yeah, not I
Yeah.
mean Nebula. Yeah, dude, Nebula is literally amazing.
She looks like her entire like purpose in the cinematic universe is just to be done with everybody. I enjoy
Yeah,
it.
to basically hate everyone
I wanna
except Rhodey.
I
She did
wanna
like Rhodey.
know. I know, but I want to know more about the Christmas special thing. Because if that's like part of the timeline, bro, the Nebula straight up stole Bucky's arm. Like I'm not gonna lie.
For real, dead
Yeah, like
ass.
straight
Yeah,
up like stole it and gave it to
yeah, for
Rocket.
real.
And I'm thinking
Uh,
to myself like, what?
What's up, Tommy Knocker? He said, "What up, gents? I'm hearing somewhat lukewarm reviews on Ant-Man. Yeah, dude, we were literally just talking about that. I think it looks like Thor: Love and Thunder. Marvel needs to dial back the humor. It's too much. Well, I think for a film like Thor: Love and Thunder, it worked a little bit better. I mean, it's not by any means top tier Marvel, but it worked a little bit better because I think it knew what it was trying to be. Like that's a very Taika Waititi film." But with Ant-Man, I'm a little shocked to hear how much comedy there is because like this is
Hmm.
but like this like I was telling Miguel earlier, like Quantum Mania needed to be the movie that was like, okay, here we go. We've been kind of all over the board with the multiverse saga trying to like set everything up,
Hmm.
but I said Quantum Mania needs to be the film that brings us in, that dials it down, that sets up the stakes of like, oh shoot, okay, Kang's here. The multiverse saga is in full swing. Like, here we go. This is it. All right. But I'm hearing that there is a lot of humor that doesn't necessarily land very well.
Yeah.
in Quantumania. So I'm a little shocked, but I agree. I think they need to dial down. It's starting to feel like I've been rewatching the Pirates of the Caribbean films, just because I adore those movies. Well, the first three, but like the first three films, there's a point to this. The first three of those films didn't feel Disney. They had just enough Disney magic that you knew it was Disney, but they still felt somewhat adult.
Mm-hmm.
They were still pretty mature. The last two felt too Disney-fied. You know what I mean? And Marvel is starting to feel that way. Like most of the TV shows are starting to feel a little too Disney-fied, and a lot of the projects are kind of like, okay, it doesn't feel like typical Marvel. It feels like
It
Disney
sounds
doing
like
Marvel. You know?
Yeah, it sounds like they've been trying to rely on like the audience laughter kind of like because you know how like in those
It's
old
too
like
much.
Disney sitcoms or general sitcoms where they had like the laughing track. It seems like they're working on they're really like leaning in on that part. You know what I mean? And it just
Yeah.
seems way
Yeah.
too like it wastes. It's just I don't like it. It's like they're trying to find a place where you can laugh
Yeah.
purposefully, and laughter is supposed to be organic. Like you're supposed to just even at the
Right.
most serious of moments, there's still going to be some elements of humor. But if you
Yeah.
force it down and places that's supposed to be serious, it becomes lackluster pretty much.
I agree.
And I think that's why Thor: Love and Thunder didn't work, and that's why unfortunately I'm guessing Quantumania doesn't work. But it seemed like the tone was very it seemed like the tone was different, so I don't know.
I know the tone feels very serious in the trailers. Like Thor:
Hmm.
Love and Thunder, like you knew what you were going to be getting. Like I'm sorry, but when Zeus shot the lightning and ripped off his clothes, it was like, okay, they're going for funny. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I am a little shocked to hear that, Ant-Man is going to be that way, because a little
Yeah.
bit of humor I can deal with. You need that levity in films like that. But
Like you look
I
at
don't know.
and you look at how Guardians looks right now. Like even
No
though
one
there
knows
is
back
some
here for it.
humor, like you can see like even though like Guardians of the Galaxy has some humor, you can tell in this trailer like there's going to be some depth and
Yeah.
emotions in here. Then
Yeah.
again, like who knows?
And
That's probably what we thought in the Quantumania too.
well, that's one of the things I'm most excited about with the Guardians trailer is it looks so emotional
Hmm.
and so much darker than what, what we've done. So
I get the same old dreams, same time every night. Fall to the ground and I wake up.
what is this? I'm confused. Who is this guy? Do you know, Miguel?
My
Bro,
Oh,
you
the
mean
high.
to tell
So
me? Yes, he's a high
he's the high.
evolutionary.
Okay, I didn't watch this with subtitles yet. Okay, I see that
Okay.
now. What is his significance? I'm blanking on who the high evolutionary is. I know the name.
He's a man that just wants he thinks he can make like the perfect society, but in reality he just I don't know, he just hates the way this universe is pretty much.
This is how we're gonna get in. Oh man, this is how we're gonna get with the rocket backstory. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I gathered. I was like, I don't fully remember who this dude is. So he looks like Samuel L. Jackson. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, no. It's I wish I could
I
say his
know.
name. I really
Okay,
wish I
I
could say
know
his
it's
name.
not him. I know.
Okay.
I know it's actually not him. What's up, Jamie? How's it going? I apparently can't talk. How's it going? That's what I was trying to say. Tommy Knocker said, was Flash made before Spider-Man No Way Home? I only ask because it seems like with the new Flash having 89 Keaton Batman was their way to get on the nostalgia OG trend like Toby did with No Way Home.
Well,
I
listen, Flash was
think
on productions for years.
it was. I think they probably came about separately. Like, I don't think one of them was ripping off the other one. I truly don't. I think,
I I
um,
I don't know, man, because it seemed
I mean,
because
I don't know for sure, but
during the marketing for No Way Home, Flash did come out and say that they were going to do all these things, and I think that was something that they were trying to do. They were trying to like beat the whole. They were trying to like play it even, I guess, in regards of like all the nostalgia stuff, but Flash became problematic, and they were too late to drop it at the same time as No Way Home. They were trying to. I'm pretty sure they were gonna like try to like battle these two out, but you know, DC
I
had to
don't
do
know.
what DC does best, I guess.
They're always gonna. They have the inside scoop on each other, and they're always gonna try to one up each other. I don't think it was necessarily to do that, but I don't know. Who knows? Same idea. So
Sacred mission is to create the perfect society.
yeah. So he's talking about creating the perfect society, like the perfect being kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to break me.
Don't hurt my heart. Don't break my heart.
Like, I'm about to turn into like Hawkeye post Infinity War after this. Like, this is literally going to shatter my entire heart. Look at Rocket's tiny little face. That is so sad.
That's probably not
He looks
Rocket.
so scared. He
There's
looks
other
so
raccoons.
scared. That's so
I know.
sad.
This young Rocket. Bro, they really like this. Talk about like undertones of like experimenting with animals.
Ooh.
Pretty hard.
It
Honey,
looks
don't cry.
so sad.
Honey, don't cry.
I'm not gonna lie. I was close to tearing up the first time I watched the trailer. I was like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this. I can't handle this. I can't do it. J-Dead is in the house. J-Dead, where you been, man?
Hey,
Been waiting on you. We went an entire stream, and I was like, we got to the end. I said, where's J-Dead at? Haven't seen him once. What's up, man? Missed you. But yeah, I listen. So we're gonna come back to this. Look at this tubing. All of this choosing. I can't speak. I really can't. All of this tubing going across Rocket's like chest and stuff, going up his arms. We're gonna come back to that in just a minute.
okay.
He didn't want to make things perfect.
So sad. Oh, I think his. You can see the high evolutionary like in his eye. I'm serious, man. I think Rocket's backstory is going to shatter me. Like, I think it's gonna be really, really emotional.
Yeah,
This one's gonna be. I really do. I think this one's gonna be a different tone. A slightly. I won't say completely different, but I think it'll be a slightly different tone than the other ones because it's gonna be. I think it's gonna pull at your heartstrings a little bit more than the others did in terms of like the sadness to it. You know, I think we're gonna go a little bit deeper than we have before with these characters.
Yeah, I'd agree too. I think
So-
I always knew that we were gonna go into like Rocket's backstory because of how much we've like really honed in on like his emotional side in the last two movies, and I think that with this one, I think we're actually gonna have it come out into play, and this is definitely gonna be a tearjerker, I gotta say. And considering that we don't know yet, I mean, it's clear that Dave Bautista is gonna be leaving. I don't know if Rocket's gonna. I don't know if Bradley Cooper's done with Rocket yet.
I hope not because I love Rocket.
Yeah,
Batista can go. I like him, but he can go.
Mhm.
I can deal with that. I can deal with Mantis going. I like her, but I
I don't think
can
Mantis
deal
is
with it.
leaving.
I don't really care. I need Quill to stay. I need Gamora to stay. I need
Bro,
Rocket
did
to
you
stay.
did you
The
watch
rest
the
I'm
Christmas
like,
special?
whatever.
Did you watch the Christmas
Yes.
special? Bro, I
Yes.
enjoyed. I love Mantis
I know.
and Dave Bautista, man.
I think
Drax,
Batista's
so
gone.
sorry.
I
Yeah,
think Drax is out. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Drax
but I think
is
he's
gone.
gone. I'm
Yeah,
calling it
I can
now.
pretty much tell.
100% calling it.
He just
Yeah, he looks. It's like Baby Groot mixed with Big Groot. It's weird.
Yeah,
He's too pudgy. His face is too like thick.
it's a treat, dude. Calm down, okay? We don't need to talk about its facial fucking features.
hated things the way they
Looking dirty here. I don't know why.
They were just in a battle.
Yeah. Now, if you keep in mind this setting, this looks like a lot of the same setting that we see old Mr. Adam Warlock in for the first time, which is going to be a whole other interesting aspect to this because people have awaited Adam Warlock entering the MCU for years.
Yeah.
Literal years. Everybody thought, do you remember there was that towards the end of, it was when they introduced Captain Marvel, there was the whole craze of everybody was like, Adam Warlock is next. They're going to introduce Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is coming, and then it never happened.
Yeah.
You know,
It
it never
was-
happened in the
It was when that
MCU.
old Aisha chick was like talking about like how she's gonna get her revenge and stuff like that. I wonder if like that's gonna be. I hope that's not retconned, but I mean, I imagine like I imagine she would come back. You know what I mean? Imagine there'd be a
Yeah.
problem still if like she created, supposedly incubated Adam Warlock. So
Yeah. Well, I think Adam Warlock is going to be her revenge because they created Adam Warlock, right?
yeah, but you'd think she would come back. You know what I mean?
Oh, like her character would come.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. That I don't. Who knows? I could see that happening.
Hmm.
Since you've been gone. What do you think of the spacesuits?
I like it. It's very like Space Odyssey kind of vibe
It
right there.
is. It
I
is.
enjoy
It's
it.
like 2001: A Space Odyssey mixed with like Go Power Rangers.
It is.
Blue.
Honestly, it is.
You know what I mean? It's very like Power Rangers mixed with Space
Mhm.
Odyssey. It's I don't know. I like it, but it's also like it's different. It's interesting. You
I'm
know?
slightly confused, yeah, with the whole have us all emo walking at it. The
Yeah.
theater. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Probably.
Also said yeah, it is like Among Us, dude. You're right. Dude, listen, I
Oh,
work
that
in a
is true.
school and I have never played Among Us, but you would think Among Us is the greatest thing that's ever happened to like the human race.
Bro, it's a pretty
That
good game.
and
I'm not gonna lie.
that
It was a
and
fun game.
Minecraft and what's the big one? Fortnite.
Minecraft has just been like there for
Among Us, Minecraft, and Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah, mixed with 2001: A Space Odyssey mixed with Power Rangers, mixed with Teletubbies, mixed with Among Us. That's basically what these suits are, which is kind of dope. You know? Yeah, Hatchet Voice said they look like Power Rangers.
It's
That's
still
where my
beautiful.
head goes.
I don't
It's
know
in
where
the
the hell they're
helmet. If
going.
you look at whoever's in the blue one, the helmet looks very Power Rangers esque. You know. But
Yeah.
where are they at right now? It's not. I don't think it's nowhere. It doesn't look like nowhere.
No. Again, and like the Guardians of the Galaxy is like Marvel's way of like being able to like go into the
Expand.
universe and expand. Yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
create more locations, I guess.
James Gunn had said that that's basically what the Lantern show is going to be. That the Lantern,
Just
like
exploring.
in telling the origin of the Green Lantern Corps, like they're going to be able to explore so much of like what else is out there in the universe. You know.
Yeah. So does
So-
this mean James Gunn is done? James Gunn is done directing
know.
Guardians of the Galaxy because I'm pretty sure by contract you're probably not allowed to do it.
I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure how that works. Jaded said Batista got that cake in the red suit.
Bro, he is caked up.
Cake.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Cake. Oh man. This looks pretty dope, whatever it is. So that's Mantis in the orange one. So we know orange is Mantis.
Bro, whatever that looks like, it looks alive and wet. That looks gross as fuck.
Yeah, it does look pretty gross. It's kind of dope looking. I don't know what it is, but it's cool.
It's
It
Star-Lord
looks like
in the yellow. That's funny.
I think Star-Lord is in yellow, yeah.
Bro, it's a body.
A body. What do
A
you mean?
decaying body. He's
What do you
yeah.
mean?
Cause look, that's the
But
rib,
a-
dog.
A body of what? Well, I guess
don't
that's
know.
a hair
Some
if you look right behind
huge-
Star-Lord.
Some huge sentient being or something like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Or maybe they shrunk. I don't know. Like,
I don't know what it is. That's weird.
yeah,
Interesting.
it looks either a giant sentient being or they just shrunk. Or they got a hold of like, Hank particles. Pin particles.
Yeah. So judging by now, I'm going. Gory said it's Galactus.
Oh my god.
It's Galactus. It's
Well,
the big.
there you guys
it's,
go.
It's Gory. It's Galactus from Fantastic Four and the Rise of the Silver Surfer. When Galactus is basically just a big space hurricane, like
Yeah,
that's all he
yeah.
is. That's basically what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna make a prediction here. That they are wherever the High Evolutionary is, just
Mhm.
based on like the lab coat looking dude over on the left hand of the screen, and also the dudes that are there that Star-Lord
Security.
and I almost said Drax that Groot are looking at. I don't know. And Quill's got that look in his eye like, oh, I don't like you. I'm looking at you with a gaze. I don't know what that was.
I want you all to know
Oh, it is the High Evolutionary. Boom. There
It
he
is the High Illusion. What the fuck?
Well, there you go. I answered my own question.
He was like, well,
See
he was
what
like
happens.
one frame away from getting an answer.
See what happens when we slow down the frame.
Yeah, and oh boy, over
What's
here
his
has played
name?
Hogwarts
Kraglin.
Legacy.
Kraglin.
He's played Hogwarts Legacy one too many times because he's enjoying that thing way too much.
Bro, the Hogwarts Legacy reels have absolutely killed me.
Bro, it looks like
Everybody's
a dope
like
game,
30 seconds into playing Hogwarts Legacy. Avada Kedavra!
Yeah,
So funny. I'm telling you, bro, Drax is gonna die.
yeah.
I'm
Brax
calling it.
definitely. Dude,
He's
Brax
done.
again. Yeah, Brax getting
Dead.
clapped.
It's like Loomis in Halloween 2. DEAD, dead. That looks pretty dope. I don't know what's happening, but it looks dope.
Looks like an incinerator.
Incinerate them. Ooh, there he be. Hold on. Good old Adam. Adam Warlock himself. Now, I think they've changed some of the CGI for Adam Warlock. He looks a little bit different than he did in the first couple of trailers. The first few trailers, I thought he looked weird. It looked like a dude in yellow face paint. It literally did. It didn't look like it was a part of him. It looked like it was a regular dude in face paint. This looks a little bit more alien-ish. And I kind of...
I think that I oh wow, was this here?
Yeah.
Oh, so they fought. So Adam Warlock is like chasing them pretty much.
Yes, he is chasing them. And if you remember in the first trailer where they get out and I think Drax throws the ball at somebody or whatever, she's holding Rocket and running towards the ship like that's that same scene. I agree, J-Dad. The CGI for Warlock looks way better.
Well, the reason why I'm
this
saying that
trailer
is
than it
because
did for the first trailer.
Because if you think about it, with like the way they did Vision's makeup was that like they blue screened them, and then they added the paint or the colors.
Well,
I think that's the same thing they're doing with Adam Warlock. So
it's the same thing they did for Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. Like it was that was all basically motion capture, and they added the moving tentacles and stuff was all CGI'd in after the fact.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's really his facial expressions and all of that happening. I don't think they did that with Adam Warlock, though. I don't think it's mocap. I think it's all prosthetics and like makeup effects. I don't think there's any mocap there.
I think
Vision.
I think they did.
Vision. There was. I don't know.
Well, they still They still made them. They still painted them, made them like look like it, but like to help enhance, to make sure it doesn't look like just paint. They pretty much blue screened them.
That's fair. Now I'm trying to. Is that Adam? I thought that. The first time I watched this trailer, I was like, did Groot just step on Adam Warlock? And then I watched it again, and I was like, that's 12 out of 10 Adam Warlock. Like Groot just straight up dropped on top of him, you know, which is kind of funny. But we got Rocket in the cage. That's a pretty dope shot.
I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like the fact that Groot's using blasters.
Yeah, well, and he's using all of his arms, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're always searching for.
So
that's his girlfriend.
Is it his girlfriend? Is it a different raccoon? It looks like an otter. It doesn't look like a raccoon. It does. It looks like a sea
you
otter.
Corrected yourself. Jesus Christ.
What do you mean?
I was like, is that a raccoon? No, dog.
No,
definitely not a raccoon.
I was going to say it looks like a sea otter. It does not look like a raccoon. We also have a dog.
Aww. Yes, I love that.
A rare shot where Nebula looks happy.
That is true. There's probably like one of their like, you know, outings, I guess, because you know they pretty much run nowhere, so I'm sure they party hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Party hardy, party hardy.
Yeah, I heard Sylvester Stallone is supposed to have more screen time in this one, so that's exciting too.
Yeah, I read that too.
How we found each other.
I forget. Brandon Davis asked. They asked James Gunn what that thing is that's with Gamora and Quill on Twitter, and I forget what he said it was. I think it's called like Prog or something like that. I forget. Like PROG, I think. I believe that's what it was. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what that is.
I don't know either. I am very intrigued to see
What, them rehash out their love?
Yeah, I thought it was a weird buzzing sound. I am excited to see how they kind of grow close to each other again. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'd
That'll be
swoon over Star-Lord's suit too. Like, I mean, fuck
kind
out
of
here. Yeah.
that'll be kind of a cool, endearing. So the two pieces of movie memorabilia Miguel wants is he apparently wants the Guardians of the Galaxy jacket, and he also wants one of the Haddonfield Police Department bomber jackets, because you've always said those Haddonfield Police Department jackets are sick.
So they're sick. They're sick as hell. Yeah.
You were like, when we were watching Halloween Kills, we were sitting there and we paused it. And you were like, you said, I would wear
Bro,
one of
can
those
we-
all the time.
Yeah. Like, bro, can we talk about their jackets? Like, damn, like, their budget is nice.
Yeah. Apparently, they don't have a budget for target practice though.
That's
Bro shot
true.
his homie in the neck.
That is true.
know?
That is very
Uh,
true.
J-Dad said, I want an 18-inch figure of Star-Lord and Groot. Groot standing back to back, blasting away. Please do. That'd be pretty sick. Of both
That
of
would.
them,
I'm pretty sure it would be.
both
it,
of them
it-
back to
that
back.
would be
That'd pretty
made.
dope.
I know that'd be made.
That'd be cool. I did send to Miguel. I saw they're releasing 12-inch statues from the Dark Knight trilogy. It's got Batman, it's got Bruce, it's got the Joker, Two-Face, Bane. I think there's a Catwoman one. There's a Scarecrow one. There's quite a few different ones. Which is
Those
pretty
do
cool.
look pretty good too. So
They do look good. The Two-Face one looks a little strange.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That would the
agree.
paint. Two-Face is a hard character and a hard look
Mm-hmm.
to get right, but
Other.
I also
there's the
love
Rocket
seeing
one.
I love seeing Rocket and Groot do stuff together. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Seeing the
I
two
hope
of
they
them rock it
stay.
out. Yeah. That's a cool shot as well of seeing all of them kind of like rock it out together. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
I think there's going to be a lot of like emotional action. You know what I mean? Where like they're fighting for each other kind of thing.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
that's going to be kind of cool to see as well.
Yeah, I'd agree. This is definitely gonna be one of those movies where like you really are rooting for each one of them to survive, but you know like one of them
Yeah.
is gonna die.
Maybe it's the lighting. Jaded, tell me what you think. Because you mentioned about Adam Warlock's CGI or his look or whatever. I don't know if it's the lighting here. He looks too... I don't want to say shiny because I know that's kind of supposed to look like that, but there's something weird about it. I don't know. There's something
not sure
off
either.
about the way he looks. Do you know what I mean, though? Do you think that, too?
No, I think he looks fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he looks fine, dude. Like I don't know what you're
Yeah.
complaining about or worried about.
I don't know.
looks fine
It's
to
just
me.
weird. I don't know if it's different than I was expecting or what. It looks fine. It's just
I
it's
hate
different
the fact
than what
that
I.
you're, I hate the fact that you're just judging on the color of a man's skin. Like I thought we were progressive, Doug. Gotcha.
Well, this has been fun,
Yeah.
but I'll talk to you guys later, Pete. New episodes of Let's Talk Movie.
He's canceled, Doug.
What is that?
I don't know.
Because that ain't Drax.
That
I
is
went
Drax.
back and looked. Maybe it is Drax.
That is Drax.
Does at
I'm sure Adam kills Drax.
Does Adam Warlock kill Drax?
I'm pretty positive, probably.
Is there going to be some big redemptive arc where he kills Drax early on in the movie, and then they have to find a way to forgive Adam Warlock?
Oh no, I doubt that. I think Adam's gonna be a perpetual bad guy in this one.
A villain?
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting.
hmm
Jaded said when he's powered up, he looks the best. I would agree with that. I think that makes sense.
hmm
Are you ready for one last ride?
Again, weird but cool. That's one thing is the not even the cinematography, but like the set design for the Guardians films and the creature designs are always very interesting.
It
They
is.
always manage to pull off something kind of interesting and cool.
I think he gets shot right there. I remember Drax
Nebula?
does get shot. No,
Yeah.
Drax, he gets shot because he
Oh.
was all excited, but then next thing you know, he has a fucking crater in his chest.
Fair. Yeah. Warlock puts that hole in Drax's chest, yeah. He might.
Yeah.
He very well might. You're not wrong. But they're helping each other. So we think this is a Warlock thing?
I don't think so. I think he just gets. I think this is a separate time.
So in this shot, we can see that. I mean, Nebula's injured, Drax is injured. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot.
I'm not
gonna
sure
be
what
a
the hell's
lot.
going on in this.
This is a
in this
bold
area.
strategy, Captain. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of context into like where they are or what this is.
Yeah.
I'm not really
And
sure.
when did
what
this
it's gonna
drop?
be. This summer. Got another shot of the
Jesus.
High Evolutionary. Quill is tackling somebody out of this window. I don't know
I
who
think
it
it's a
is.
scientist.
Probably a scientist. I don't know who Mantis is waving to. Mantis might die. I'm gonna be real. I think Mantis might die.
I don't think Mantis is gonna die.
I think she might.
The long fly waiting.
Bro, they literally had a moment of them finally, of Quill and Mantis finally accepting that they're brothers and sisters, and then you just want to kill them off? No, I doubt
Well,
that.
here's my question: is Mantis waving bye to Drax, or is Drax waving bye to Mantis?
I don't know. Probably just waving bye. Who knows? Like this.
Or are they
could
both
definitely
waving bye
not
to
just
each
be-
other because they're both about to die?
Oh my god, guys! He just wants everyone to die in this movie,
You're the one who literally said you want everybody to die in the Flash, which we're gonna get to
bro.
in just a minute.
Because it makes fucking sense. Like this one doesn't. When you're
Okay.
rebooting the entire fucking franchise, yes, they all pretty much have to die. And you're using like the most problematic entry in the DC universe as of now. Yeah, they all gotta die.
Miguel working for Marvel. If Kevin Feige hired Miguel, he would be like, okay, nobody needs to die. Everybody can make it to the next chapter. Miguel working for DC with James Gunn, he'd be like, kill everybody. Everybody
Well, I mean,
dies.
I'm just saying, dog. I have my own opinions on it.
You'd have been like,
Whenever we get to the trailer, I have my own opinions on it, on what future holds for them.
you'd have been like Mark Ruffalo in the Infinity War marketing when he was like, everybody dies, and Don Cheadle looks at him and like with disgust.
Dude. Yeah.
But to wrap this one up, Quill's running. It looks emotional. Who do we not have here? So Drax is there. Mantis is there. Gamora's there.
Peter's not there.
Nebula's there. Peter's not there. Rocket's not there.
Rocket
If the
and Groot.
two of them die, I'm gonna be so angry. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too, Jaded. Jaded said the look in Drax's eyes says he knows he's about to die. I'm with you on that. I do.
Mhm.
Even if Miguel thinks I'm wrong, it's okay. All right.
I don't think you're wrong.
Okay. Do we remember the tubes that were attached
Okay.
to Rocket?
Yes, I'm pretty sure Quill gets like experimented on because he is.
You think so?
Bro, he is a fuck. I forgot his name. What is he?
An elemental? No.
Yeah, like he's like a demi elemental.
Yeah.
Fuck. What is his name? Because what is Ego? Ego is he's a celestial. He's like Star Lord is a celestial being, or half celestial, pretty much. So that makes him interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the High Evolutionary wants to know more about him. And how to,
Peter
like,
Quill
positive-
is a celestial human hybrid.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So he's
So-
half human, half celestial.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's,
Well,
top ticket to experiment on.
my initial thought when I saw this is, oh my God, what is he watching happen? Because he looks like he's watching somebody die. And I saw all those tubes on Rocket, and I was like, but I kind of disproved my own theory there with Rocket, because that's Rocket's backstory. It's showing Rocket when he's little. So he can't be watching Rocket hooked up to all those tubes. So either he's watching someone else hooked up to those tubes and dying, or he is watching, or he himself is being tortured, like you said, and he's in pain. He's screaming in pain. I don't
I
know.
agree. I think he's
But-
in pain.
It looks pretty sick,
Mhm.
and pretty sad and twisted and emotional. Now again, we're leaving whatever disgusting not humanoid, but like gross thing they were on.
Bro, that is true.
You
Like,
know.
what the fuck is this?
I have no
It-
idea what it
just
is.
looks like it looks like an organism. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
That beautiful sky.
Now, this is an interesting shot
I think this is early.
because
This is early.
you think it's early on, because this
Yeah, it
is
is
all
way
of
too
them.
early.
Like even the friggin' dog is there. I mean, all of them are
What?
there.
Do you think the dog's gonna die?
No.
Okay.
But
I
why
was
is
like-
Nebula First of all, where's Gamora?
Like I said,
Why is
early-
Gamora?
early in the movie. Like they probably just picked up Quill because he was probably drinking a lot in a bar. Just like in the beginning of the movie, he looks like he looks like how he is in the beginning of the trailer.
You think?
Yeah.
Rocket doesn't look too concerned with anything going on. I guess you
Oh,
could be
not
right.
at all. Yeah. So
He's just sitting there drinking his like smoothie or whatever.
yeah, this is just early in the movie.
Yeah. Even the people around them, it's not like it doesn't look like there's anything major happening. Maybe you're
No.
right.
Yeah,
might be
this is
right.
at nowhere. So
Yeah.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this.
Knock it off!
What? Just never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
So
Bro.
May 5th, that's when we finally get Guardians 3. But it looks
that
like a
moment
cool
right there,
trailer.
it makes me
and-
think. It makes me think like how Tony and Nebula acted on
Yeah.
the Benatar for that many weeks or months.
Yeah.
It makes me think.
When he's like, "You want to keep going?" She's like, "I want to play more." Like, it's like awkward. Yeah, the soundtrack is going to slap. 100%.
as per usual, yeah.
Soundtrack.
There's one
is
thing
gonna
I
rock.
know. One thing I know. Yeah, they'll always have a fire soundtrack.
Always. But yeah, man, I think it looks like a really, really great trailer. I think there's some surprises in store. Go ahead, place your bets on who you think is going to die in the chat right now. If you're still here, if you're watching after the fact, whatever. Let us know what your expectations are for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. As we move to The Flash, which was the other really, really big trailer that we got. I know we're about an hour and 17 minutes in. We're going to keep this thing under, hopefully under an hour and 45, but definitely under 2 hours. Because your boy has to go to bed because I'm tired. I'm old and I'm tired and I'm going to be a dad in like 3 weeks. So I need, I'm going to need to get on that sleep. So The Flash, what were your initial thoughts on the Flash trailer, Miguel, while I get this thing pulled up and ready to go?
On the Flash trailer?
Yeah.
I was just like, fucking finally, dude. Like, good
Yeah.
God. We really have been just trying to like pull that out. And I genuinely thought like it was just going to get cut. But when James Gunn decided he wanted to use this to propel the next reboot, I was like, all right, man. I guess everyone's got to die in this one. Like,
Yeah. I was pretty shocked to see that, or to hear that they're actually using the current DCEU stuff. When he said that the Flash is kind of like clicking the reset button and it's the point that the new DC universe jumps off from, I was like, what? Like I didn't expect that. I honestly, I was kind of getting to the point where I was like, I literally don't care about the Flash anymore, and I don't care about Aquaman, and I certainly don't care about Shazam and whatever else was on that slate. But I'm kind of like, okay, I hear you. I'm intrigued. And this trailer, I was like, I'm excited. I get it. All right, let's see. Now, I told Miguel, if the Flash sucks, I'm gonna be so angry. Because I'm finally like, okay, I'm semi-excited for it. Let's do it. Let's go. So if it's terrible, I'm going to be pretty upset. I'm going to be real. But
let's check it out.
So same deal with the Flash trailer. Quite a few exciting things. We keep coming to this house, which I assume
Tell me something.
is Barry's.
His mom's.
Go anywhere.
Yeah, his house.
Another timeline.
So that's Keaton right there. Like,
Another
that's him
universe.
talking.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. When I first heard it, I was like, that sounds like Michael Keaton. This is intriguing. All of the Batman like suit parts of Affleck's suit kind of just laying around in ruins now, but also the same thing. Look at the Bat logo.
It looks like Keaton's.
Is that Keaton's Bat logo?
I told you. Yeah. Could be.
Is Keaton going to die? I'm so confused. I don't know what to think. That was definitely, I saw a few people that were like, oh, Christian Bale. I was like, that's not Christian Bale. that's Affleck. That's not Bale. I'm telling you, it's not.
So why do you want
It's interesting that we're getting Keaton's voice saying, you could go to any universe. Why do you want to stay in this one? Blah 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 blah. That's a little interesting. I don't know. Yeah. J-Dead said it's going to be interesting to see how they end the Flash film. I'm sure they have changed it a lot after Ezra's gone creepy. I don't know how they're going to handle that, honestly. I really don't. I kind of think that if you take the Miguel route and everybody dies, I kind of have half a mind to think they're going to recast. But there's been other rumors, though, that have said that they're not, that they're actually going to keep him because he's
Bro, I
apologized to
understand
whoever else.
this.
I don't know.
Understand this. If that happens, I will be done with DC. I will speak the same way as I saw a guy, I forgot his name on TikTok, but he said the same thing that I'm thinking right now. If James Gunn keeps Ezra Miller, I will be done with DC. I will certainly be done with DC because you have the most problematic individual out there. And I don't care if you're going to try to follow the same fucking formula as Robert Downey Jr., but his was years ago, and he went to jail, and he went to therapy, and he went to rehab, and he got himself fixed up. Ezra Miller is still fucking crazy and stupid. So for you to just remove Affleck and Henry Cavill, especially Henry Cavill, but still keep the problematic Ezra Miller, I mean, James Gunn, like you have nothing to offer me anymore. I will not watch any other DC movies. Like this is dumb. Like for you to just think that Ezra Miller would be the next one. So yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Rosie, I agree. I think it's something that needs to be brought up, and I'm all about giving people a second chance. And hold on, I'm all about forgiving people and all that stuff, but like. This has happened enough where it's like, okay, I think there's a trend here. I don't think this is just going to go away and be fixed. You know what I mean?
It's like if you keep negligently like ramming your car into a fucking tree, you're gonna lose your license. Like, what do you like? What else do you think is gonna happen? It's the same thing. Like this man is perpetually just done stupid shit. In the span of less than 6 months, like let's be honest, in less than 6 months, this man has done so much to fuck up his entire career in regards to stupid shit that he's done. And personally, I think if James Gunn sticks with the plan that I'm thinking he's gonna do, which is reboot it so everyone gets recasted and whatnot, I'm all for that. But I think that he definitely should just not be continuing later on in this after this movie.
She was referencing his movie. We need to talk about Kevin. I don't even know that movie. I've never seen it.
Did he?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were. I apologize. I didn't realize you were referencing a movie. I don't know. I've never seen that. But yeah, I'm all about, forgiving, but I fear that it's gonna be a recurring problem.
Oh, it's an old movie.
I fear that it's 2011. I fear that they're going to run into the same issues that we've already run into before. And who knows? I hope I'm wrong. I hope he makes great choices moving forward and he gets the help he needs, but I don't know. We'll see. So, but it's not about Ezra. It's about the film and the story and, that's pretty sick looking. I'm not going to lie. The new Flash suit looks pretty dope.
I mean, yeah, it does.
This one. This is the world where my mom lives. I'm not going to lose her again.
Have we gone really far into the Flash's backstory just yet?
No, not really.
I don't think we ever really did. I was trying to think back to to Justice League and to like when we first started getting really introduced to him, and I was like, I don't remember hanging out with his character a whole lot.
Pretty much his mom gets murdered and the police think his father did it. So he was sentenced to prison. And his goal was to try to prove his father's innocence. And one of the ways he did it was work as a forensic scientist. I forgot what the name of the company he was going, but that was pretty much his thing. Trying to prove his father's innocence. That was the last thing we saw in Justice League.
Okay.
So
yeah, I would have to rewatch that again, to be honest.
Time has a pattern.
That's pretty cool. That whole shot, let's do one more time with feeling. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like that looks pretty sick. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Bro, talk about a hazard he's causing right now.
The effects look
Like, can you
great.
imagine? Like, have you guys ever been like LED high beamed before?
Oh, it's terrible.
Do that,
And
but
it
times it
sucks
by
because
1,000.
our new car is straight up LEDs like that, and like it's just. But they're also. I think all cars are switching to LEDs, so everybody's gonna be blinding everybody pretty soon.
Pretty much, yeah. Unless the windows are gonna be tinted.
This is basically what the freeway is gonna look like at like 8 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Pretty much, yeah. What do you think? I don't mind the fact that they're going back to the yellow lightning instead of the blue lightning.
I think it looks better, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's more comic book accurate. I dig it.
Mhm.
The blue was cool. It was. I mean, it was all right, but I
Yeah.
think this looks better. I agree.
That it can't help reliving.
So this is going to be a straight up Flashpoint. Well, not straight up. I mean, they're going to have to take liberties, but like this is going to be the Flashpoint story arc essentially.
Mhm.
This film is going to be a live action adaptation of that. You know.
Yeah.
Jaded said, honestly, the movie looks great, but it's hard to even watch the trailer without thinking about what he's done. I'm still not sure if I'm going to go see it. I think this trailer has convinced me to go see it, but
I'll still see
think,
it. But I hope it's
do-
the end.
huh?
I hope it's the end of Ezra Miller's Flash.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think honestly, for me, it's not. I can almost I can set aside, like look at Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey's done some terrible things, but Kevin Spacey is still an insanely talented actor. And I think, I mean, I'm not saying Ezra Miller is Kevin Spacey level, but I think that it almost seems strange to get rid of Cavill and Godot and Affleck and Ray Fisher and all of these other characters and just keep Ezra Miller as the Flash. And I know Jason Momoa is, I guess, technically going to stay in as Aquaman, whatever. But I don't know. It just seems weird. It's very strange. Yeah, Epic Retro, I'm kind of in agreement. I'm kind of just seeing it for Michael Keaton, to be completely honest.
I'm not gonna lie, because he looks dope in this movie.
He does. He really
I
does.
would pass all the Flash stuff just to see Batman, Keaton Batman go in here.
I texted Miguel earlier and I was like, bro, this movie is basically going to be the Flash Bat Point. Like that's basically that's basically what this film is going to be, you know?
Yeah, I think Affleck's probably gonna get like so little screen time.
Yeah, I kind of have a feeling he's going to die early on.
Yeah,
I think he's probably going to die early on, and I think that's what's going to bring them to Keaton's Batman.
Yep.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Different worlds.
There was Blue Lightning, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know? Maybe they'll do a mixture. I'm okay with a mixture. That'd be fine with me.
Yeah.
On to each other like magnets.
That's kind of a cool shot. And I like what they did with the hair. Like, ours is, ours is shorter. The other one's long hair, the one from the past. I dig it.
My face. So my face.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
If you were to go
That looks pretty dope. I don't know where this is or where they're going, but it looks dope.
Wayne Manor.
Very Doctor Strange. How did I
that's
not
gotta be-
get that? Oh my God, you're right.
It could be. That's the
Yeah, it
original.
is. It
that's the
is. How did I
original
not?
Tim Burton Wayne Manor.
I'm an idiot. How did I not get that the first time I watched it? Holy crap, you're right. I just looked at the entranceway, like the door, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh.
Yep,
Oh.
that's Wayne Manor, dog.
Okay. Yeah, I'm stupid. I don't know how I didn't see that.
you have no idea.
What do you think is happening here?
I think he's trying to get his powers.
You think?
Yeah, because in Flashpoint he lost his powers
Right.
because he never became the Flash, and his goal was to try to get his powers back. And I think just the two berries come together. I have a theory about these two berries. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be interesting.
Okay.
But moving forward, but yeah, I think this is just them trying to get
What's-
their powers back.
What's your theory?
I think that this, I think the other Barry Allen could be like an iteration of Thawne, of Reverse
Ooh.
Flash. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I
'cause
did
just
see-
because of the color schemes of it. Yeah, honestly, because it's just
Well.
I don't know. The
Never
the whole yellow theme they had when they first met, I was just like, that looks sus.
I'm gonna retract my in the spirit of being a good sport. I'm gonna retract my statement because I did see something earlier that was a toy leak, but I'm gonna leave that out. I'm gonna omit that from the show because I know I don't want to contribute to leak rumors. I don't want to be that guy. I'll tell you what I saw later, but it was a toy leak. You know how, bro, a surprising amount of movies are leaked through toys.
Yeah.
Honestly, do you remember the
Yeah,
whole
I
Mecha
agree.
Godzilla thing?
Yeah, that was a big one. That was a
Yeah.
big one for me, at least.
Yeah, that was a pretty big one.
Deal with the consequences can be. Bruce.
That's pretty sick looking. I
The
wonder
ring?
what that whole deal is. Yeah, I don't know
I
what the
know.
significance is, but it looks pretty cool.
I think new suit, I guess? I don't know.
The Flash core.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Jada said that makes sense. Miguel would be a really great twist to bring Reverse Flash. It would.
Yeah. The only
It would.
problem is it'd still be played by fucking Ezra Miller. That's my only problem. It sounds like a dope theory. It's just the only problem is still fucking Ezra Miller.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
I could fix things. You could also destroy.
Ben Affleck.
Bro, I kid you not. Ben Affleck got like probably like $500,000 for that one line, and that's it.
Yeah,
I think that's cool.
that is pretty cool.
I think the whole premise of the villain, of the Paradox villain, I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Of
that whole
Zod coming back. Yeah.
Dude, when I saw Zod, I was like, what? I was like, oh, that's his suit in the ring. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
That's-
figured, but I didn't understand
that's
why it
cool.
like opened up. Like, I guess, was it
Hmm.
becoming a new ring? I guess I don't know,
I don't know.
or
I
if
don't know
that's
what
just
it
the
was
suit in there. But nonetheless,
doing. Is this a shot from Man of Steel?
no. I think that their goal is still to try to create a new Krypton,
Okay,
and
that's what I would.
I think just because
think.
Superman isn't there, I mean Earth is still like a prime candidate for creating
Right.
a new Krypton. So
Well-
it doesn't surprise me that Zod came back.
I think it's coming up in a minute. Hang on. Somebody
Completely broke the universe. Sorry.
Somebody posted a picture of, I think it was this shot, and it was these two shots side by side, and somebody posted on Twitter, and they were like, are we going back in time, like kind of like what they did with Endgame, where you see old shots of all the other movies, like from a different angle? It was like, are we going back in time, and are we going to see part of Man of Steel again? And I was like, I don't think so, because it would be weird to be like, okay, Henry Cavill isn't Superman anymore, and then to show something that was Henry Cavill's Superman. Like, that would be weird to me. You know what I mean? I don't think
Yeah.
we'll go back to that. Personally, I don't think we'll revisit any. of
I
the
think
other
this
films.
is just like, Henry Cavill Superman was never there,
Yeah.
and Zod is like, well, I'm still gonna fuck up this world because I'm Zod. So
Completely broke the universe. Sorry.
We've been waiting for it.
And that looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
bro, I love Zod.
Yeah.
Created a world with no metahumans.
Now that is a Superman suit, like Cavill's, but it's empty. And he even says, "I created a world with no metahumans." So, metahumans. I'm talking like a dog. Metahumans. Which is kind of interesting. Like, he screwed it up that bad that like
Hmm.
there's no super people. You know,
Yeah,
it's an
not
interesting
sure.
concept.
it's
There's a lot. I think this movie is going to be a lot to wrap your brain around.
definitely taking liberty. I think that's like one of the liberties that they're taking in regards to the Flashpoint paradox. Because I mean, there were still metahumans in the comic, but it just so happens that the the life they took were completely drastic. So this would be interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
And now there's no one to.
Now that was
Bender.
Kara, definitely.
Yeah.
Want some help?
Dude, that shot. Oh, the OG Batcave, man.
Mhm.
So sick. Awesome shot. And hearing the Danny Elfman theme on the piano.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jaded said it, no matter humans.
No
Brad
matter
23. And their reaction to it, like the whole thing.
You're.
I love how Keaton just like, yeah, I know.
I'm Batman.
I
That's
love it, man.
it's so
I love
cheesy,
it.
so fucking cheesy, but I love it too, man. I swear to God.
I saw a few people. They were like, "You're telling me?" Hang on. There were a few people that were like, "You're telling me Keaton's Batman has not had a suit upgrade since 1989?" I was like, "Okay, who cares? Like, we're not here for suit upgrades. Like, we don't want him in like the Dark Knight suit where it's like it flies and it's bulletproof. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need that. Like,
Hmm.
we just need 89 Batman because that's so dope. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
So
He does have upgrades though.
You're
Different suits, if I'm not
are-
mistaken. I saw it on like a clip.
yeah, I'm
I'm Batman.
That scene right here, that's pretty cool.
Woo! That shot is so sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro, my God, let me just enjoy this scene without the pauses.
all right, all right, all right, all
I'm
right.
Batman.
Like the way he just swoops down, he like this is something you wish you saw in the 80s.
So sick. I know, right? I was
Yeah.
thinking that. I was like, but then again, there's something so Tim Burton and so gothic because if I actually went back and watched a few like 89 scenes and it's almost creepier when he moves slower because like even when he brings the wings down on the suit, it's got this like slow methodic thing to it and it's almost creepier him moving slowly than it is like because it's when he moves slowly it exudes this like overall confidence type thing. You know what I mean? It's the same concept as when Patton says Batman, you just hear the footsteps
Yeah.
and he walks out in the rain and that's when he beats the holy hell out of the dude and says I'm vengeance for the first time in like the long Halloween part at the beginning. It's cool.
Yeah, it's all coming.
There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. Awesome shot right there, man. So
Yeah.
dope.
That's
It's
definitely
also
Batfleck.
a little bit of a Dark Knight ripoff, but we're just gonna go ahead and leave that.
Hey,
off,
eat ass,
you know?
dog.
We're just
Still looks dope.
we're just gonna leave that off. It does look dope. Supergirl. What do you think of them including Supergirl? Are you good with that?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, she looks dope.
She does look dope.
She
I
does
thought
look
the
dope.
same thing. At first, I was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh, yeah." Like I was like, "Oh, okay." Looks pretty sick.
I can't undo what I did.
Visual spectacle. I think this and Ant-Man and the Wasp are going to be the two biggest like visual spectacles of the year, honestly. And it looks good. It doesn't look like cheesy. It actually looks pretty decent, you know?
Yeah. I think with this one, I hope they don't stick with the whole slow motion thing. But I mean, honestly, man, I like this better than the CW. Fuck you guys if you disagree with me. It's like, I just saw the trailer for the final season of the
I've never
the
even
CW
watched
Flash.
a single episode.
It looks like garbage. It looked like a fucking parody. But I digress.
Have you seen Superman and Lois?
I think that one's fine.
There's
It looks-
there's actually some pretty hardcore fans of Superman and Lois.
It looks dope. Like, it looks fine. But just Flash looks so fucking cheesy. I'm sorry. The guy that plays Barry Allen in there, he's pretty good. Everything else is trash.
Have
I'm
you
sorry,
seen
man.
the poster for that where it's like Superman is coming in Supergirl? It was like, bro, who approved the marketing on this? Who said this?
yeah.
Who said this was okay?
Mhm.
I thought that was pretty funny. I saw that the other day.
Bro, why
But-
my boy over here fucking egghead shaped though? Like, talk to me, dog.
Bro, J-Dad, you want to
Bro,
talk about
all I need
Drax?
is like Harrison Ford coming out here and be like the Crystal Skull, like, and all that shit, because that looks like he looks like he has a
Listen,
Crystal Skull.
you want to talk about Drax with the cake? You could sit on each of his cheeks right now in that Flash suit.
Oh my god.
Could you not? Am I wrong though? I mean, look
the
at
bro,
that.
the bro is a runner, dude. Like, of course he has tin can hams on both
Running-
sides of his legs.
Running would give you cheeks though?
Yes. Have you never heard the Forrest Gump interview? Like, they remember, like, back when Tom Hanks was like, you know, playing for as Forrest Gump, he had to run a lot. He had to run a lot, and he said his wife remembers him. He said that he had his buttocks was very firm, like 210 hams, and I was like, sure. So I mean, yeah,
That's pretty funny.
if you want a good thick butt, I guess run.
Jaden said, "Damn, Brad, I make one cake comment."
Oh my god.
Corey said,
Yes.
"Running will give you cheeks."
It,
Okay,
it
well there
will
you
give
go.
you cheeks. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
There's your fun fact of the evening.
Why is
Such a
why is
sick
every single
shot.
Batman scene have to be in the sewer though? Like, can you talk to me about that? Every single Batman movie I've seen has been in a sewer, but yet we still see no Killer Croc. That
Do you think
right
we'll
there,
see Tim
No.
Burton's Gotham, like that super dark gothic Gotham?
that is interesting. Probably, I don't think so. No,
Really?
I don't think so. It could
It'd be-
that's way too out of place.
I feel like the Matthew McConaughey meme be a lot cooler if you did. Like,
I mean, it
you
would.
know.
It really would.
I
hope
agree.
we
That
see-
might be too much, though.
Yeah, that'd be too. That end up being like way too multiverse.
Yeah, I agree. Now, that's interesting. I wanted to pause this. Which Batarang is that? Is that a Keaton Batarang? That looks
That's
like
a
Keaton to me. That doesn't look like... that doesn't look like Affleck's Batarang.
No, it's Pattinson. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
If I can't get back,
That's pretty sick.
So
Now, what are your thoughts? Because I'm confused. I'm not 100% sure what I think of this. There's obviously two of them.
yeah, it's obviously those two. You know what I mean?
Right. But why is the one blue?
I don't know. Maybe he's just discovering his powers. Maybe at an adolescent age, he has blue lightning, but then as he harnesses his power, it turns bright orange.
It turns to yellow. That's fair.
Yeah. So
Could
I could
be.
see that.
Could be. That was a sick shot right there. Let's
That is pretty
one more
cool.
time with feeling. That's pretty sick looking. I'm gonna be honest.
That's pretty cool.
Now, if you notice, look at what's at the top of this thing.
Yeah,
There's a Keaton Batarang.
no,
With
my
lightning.
man. That is not the Keaton Batarang. That is the Batwing.
The Batwing.
Yes,
No way.
that is the Batwing. Yes, the Keaton Batwing. Why would a
Are
Batarang
you
be?
sure?
Yes, that is the Batwing.
Okay.
It's cool. Like they have to
Okay.
they have to recreate the situation that caused Barry to get his powers. So
I'm
they
down.
use
I'm
the
down.
Batwing to get electrified, and Benjamin Franklin Barry's ass,
They got a
And-
Benjamin Franklin.
and there you go. He has powers.
It's like what's his name? What Matt
You got it. I don't know where you're going with this. Otherwise, I'd help you.
why am I Matt Damon? Why could I not think of
Okay.
Matt Damon's name? It's Matt Damon in The Martian, where he's like, I'm gonna have to science the shit out of this.
Shit out of this. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
That's basically what that is. But it's a cool shot, nevertheless. Obviously looks like some pain.
That punch right there, bro. That punch is
Yeah.
thick. Look
Ooh.
at that. Oof.
That's some care right there.
That's not Zod either. Oof. Old girl got knocked.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, that's Zod. Look at it again. That's
Oh,
Zod.
that is Zod.
Oh,
boy,
look
that
at his face.
double dick,
Oh,
dog.
one more time. Boom. Oh,
Bro, what a hit.
makes the tornado, which is sick.
Yeah.
Dude, that shot. Dude, I think she is gonna be nuts.
I think she's gonna be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
was hesitant at first, but I love the suit.
Also, that shot, dude.
Bro, what kind of I don't know, man.
Do you not
They're-
like the suit?
I don't know, man. Like it's just
His was weird. I mean, we've talked about this before. Batfleck is not my favorite iteration of the character, and I love the Batman character, but Ben Affleck's version just didn't. it just didn't do it for me overall.
I'd say the original Batfleck suit looked dope as fuck because it was a close iteration to like the
It was
Dark
okay.
Knight, but the comic, not the movie.
Right. Right.
But this one, I'm not following it honestly. So I don't
It's
know.
very tactical, which is strange. I don't think of Batman as being tactical. I think of
It's
Batman
like,
as being stealthy and sneaky and
bro, Patterson's fucking suit is all tactical. It's straight up raw and
I guess
raw
you could
and
say that.
tactical.
I don't know.
But this is like it's trying to be comic accurate, but also tactical as well. Like as if Batman has to like have these extra things to protect himself, but the suit itself should be protection enough.
Yeah.
But
But
he
even
needs all
look at
these
the
other types of external pads and stuff.
it's all gray, but the color of the cowl and the cape is like a dark blue, like a very velvety blue. You know?
Yeah. So I
I don't
don't
know.
know
It's
how I feel
interesting.
about it.
But at the beginning, when we saw the cowl was black. And we've seen additional footage where there's got to be at least 2 different suits that Affleck wears in this film.
I'm sure, yeah.
I mean, I think there's got to be the
Or it could
traditional
also
black,
just
and there's got to be
the
this one.
lighting. I mean, who
It
knows?
could be.
Yeah.
Who knows? Another sick
That's
shot.
pretty dope.
Yeah.
What's the play?
This was cool too. Now, who are all of these guys, you think?
Probably trying to keep Kara in place. This like because they have
you're
Kara
right.
like in
In an institution kind of thing.
yeah, like in a scientific thing where they like
That's fair. Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is
I can
cool
see
because
that.
it's the same way as the Flashpoint paradox too, except it's
Right.
actually Superman.
Right.
Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
That's so sick, man. It's almost I actually had this thought. I was like, it's almost strange seeing him there. You know what I mean? Have you had that thought?
But it's also
Like,
kind of fitting, honestly, man. It's kind of
it's
like
fitting.
if you wanted a Batman to continue throughout the whole Snyder thing. I mean, it kind of is. I'd enjoy Keaton's Batman and like the whole Snyderverse thing, honestly.
Right. It's just it's so cool to see him there, but it almost feels like when you use a different skin in a video game. Like
That is true.
it's
That
just
is fucking true.
It's
Yeah.
kind of mind blowing to actually be like, holy crap, that's actually Keaton. Like
Mhm.
he's literally back in this movie. Like that's
Yeah.
it's just nuts. It's kind of crazy to think
Try
about
not
that.
to die.
Such
That
a cool reveal.
looks like what was it called? What was that scary movie of Superman? Of like if Superman was evil.
Yeah.
What was that movie called?
The
That's-
comic book arc?
No, the movie.
Brightburn. We're
Brightburn.
talking
That's
about Brightburn. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of Brightburn to it. You're right.
that looks like such a Brightburn scene, and I was like, oh my god, that was scary. When I
Even,
saw that,
like-
I was like, oh shit.
Even the reel when he moves
Try
his
not to
hand.
die.
Oh.
Yeah.
So sick. Even the way, like, if you watch in this next frame when Keaton is fighting someone and she just kind of like,
Stop
she just
it,
kind of like
yeah.
beats him to the punch. Like, that's so sick.
Hmm.
So cool looking.
Bro, but look
Keaton.
at Keaton right there.
I know.
That's such a Tim Burton punch too, right there.
It really
Like the
is.
giant haymaker.
Yeah.
Pow. Yeah.
Kapow! He's got to pull out the shark spray first.
Yeah, true.
I don't know why. I sounded very Christopher Walken. Kapow! On that. Woo!
It's not Clark.
My name is Kara.
She looks pretty sick. I'm gonna be real.
She
I think
does.
I think
It's
she's
really
gonna
different.
be one of my favorite parts of this entire film.
Well, we're married.
I'd say. I love the suit.
Yeah, me
Barry,
too.
What are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
Yeah, man. I'm sold. I agree with you on the Ezra stuff. I think there are issues to be discussed there. But I was feeling very, 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 very iffy on the Flash, and seeing this. Oh, there it is, another one. Seeing this trailer and kind of seeing the way they're going to handle things. And, well, at least hearing the rumors and James Gunn talking about this being kind of the jumping off point, and the fact that Keaton is back and seeing that. There's also rumors of another Batman, which I've seen. I've seen some speculation myself. I don't know who I don't know who it would be, and I don't know how they would tie them in. But there is rumor of a third Batman having a cameo in this film. So take that as you will. I hope it's not Bale, because the Dark Knight trilogy is good enough on its own. Just don't touch it.
Yeah,
if
it
you
doesn't
had
make
to
any
pick
sense,
one,
honestly.
if you had, and now again, this is strictly rumor. I don't know, but if you had to pick another Batman to be in this film, who would you choose?
Your only
What's your
option is Clooney, Patterson.
Val Kilmer probably couldn't do it.
Dude, Val Kilmer's done. Like, he really is
Yeah,
done.
no, he couldn't do it.
But Clooney, Patterson, and Bale. Those are the only three you can honestly do. I can't think of any other.
It would probably have to be Clooney. I don't know that Bale would even do it. Even if they asked him, I don't think he would do it.
Yeah, I don't think he would. But I think it would be Clooney.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Could happen.
Unless they did like
I
a
don't know.
voice. Unless they did one of the voice actors, which would be dope.
That would be kind of dope.
Because they pretty much did that with that's pretty much what they did in CW.
You know what would have been dope?
What?
You know what would have been dope, right?
No.
Is if you could have had what's his name that just died.
Bro, you don't even know the fucking name.
I'm blanking on his name. I do this all the time. Come on.
I'm gonna wait and let you figure that out.
And I'm gonna have to.
Kevin Conroy, dog.
Yes.
There you go. Well, they did do that. That's like I said. That's
Bro,
what
I
was
have to
talking
know
about.
like 1,000 names a week. Okay, don't talk to me about forgetting names. All right.
Well, that's what I was talking about, like in regards to what they did in CW, because they did that in Elseworld. They had Kevin Conroy come back as
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne, and he had like some exo suit, and he was like crazed maniac or something like that. It was
Yeah.
interesting, but that would have been dope. Yeah.
Even just to have a cameo, it would have been so cool to have Kevin Conroy like there. You know, that would have been sick. But yeah, I think the
knows?
Flash trailer looks dope.
Who knows? The Flash movie has been in production for a long time.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You never know.
Personally, I would love it. I would maybe tear up a little bit, but I don't think it'll happen.
I think
But
it
who
might.
knows? Who knows?
We might
My
get a
bet is
cameo.
probably Clooney. If he has the bat nipples, I might walk out.
He has to, dog. That's the whole point. Everyone freaked out. Everyone freaked out when they CGI Toby's suit. So they had to
Fair.
add the extra exteriors.
Fair.
I guess the outside webbing.
Yeah,
So you have to have the bat nipples. If you want Clooney, you
Fair.
gotta have the bat nipples.
that's fair. Maybe. Are we gonna get? Listen, I would pay money. Maybe we'll get a cameo of Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Mr. Freeze suit going ice.
God, no, I hope not.
Maybe. Who knows? You never know. But yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts on the Flash trailer in the comments below. About an hour and 54 minutes in, I promised we would wrap this thing up before 2 hours. We didn't quite get to talk about The Last of Us. I might do something with that later this week. I know there's a lot going on. You all know this. I'm getting ready to be a dad in pretty much any time now, basically. But definitely by the end of the month. So yeah, life is crazy, but we're here.
Life is great though.
And we love each other. And if you missed before, I hope everybody can find a love like this right here.
That love is hard to find.
Yeah, it is hard to find.
I just saw Jada's comment. CGI Adam West. Yes. Let's
You all
do
don't.
that.
You all don't want to know what I was whispering in his ear in that moment.
It was a lot. It was pretty
It was
much.
very sensual.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, CGI Adam West, rip.
Yeah,
That'd
be fun
No
though.
way. Yeah. Jaded said, Brad, that baby's daddy. I am that baby's
Brad, that
daddy.
baby's daddy.
I am.
He is going to be the baby daddy, guys. Can you believe it?
Rosalia, Brad, you have a name picked out. Yeah, we do. I'm not going to say it on here. I think my wife asked me not to do that. I'm going to double check with her before we throw his name out to the public. But yes, we do have a name. It is a boy.
privacy.
It
Yeah.
is. So no offense to you. I love you. But I think my wife was pretty, I don't know. We're going to try and not show him too much just to keep a boundary. So, but Epic Retro Trime said, I would rather have a CGI Chris Reeves. When did he
Chris Reeves?
well, how many did he actually play Superman in?
A few. Like he was
Was it
probably the
just two?
longest. I thought he was the longest standing Superman, wasn't he? Yeah, he was in 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, he was in 4. He was the longest standing Superman.
So it was 4. Okay. That's what I thought. I didn't know if it was 3 or 4. Honestly, I don't really remember 4 very much.
I think that was the one where he like had to like go back in time or like spin the world so many times.
Yeah, I really don't remember 4, if we're being honest. I don't. My favorite is, I think, 2. Is 2 the one where there's the glass people? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yes, 2. 2's my favorite. Yeah.
What was the one where Lois pretty much jumped out of the fucking window?
I think that was 2.
Oh my god.
I think that one was 2, yeah.
You want to talk
2
about
is
toxic?
with,
That's toxic.
2 is with the 3 like space people, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting times, man. Very, very, very interesting times. Jada said, gotta go. Y'all take care. Love everybody. Yeah, we're going to get out of here too. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. Episode number 106. If you haven't already, please be sure to leave it a like. Didn't get to The Last of Us talk, but that's all right. I'll get there later on. And who knows? Maybe after this episode, this weekend, I'll do a stream by myself or whatever. Hopefully Miguel will be caught up by then and we can watch that thing. Yeah,
I'm like an episode or so behind, so
yeah, this one's heartbreaking, dude. Action-packed and heartbreaking. But as Jada would say, stab that like button. Guys, we love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. New episodes of Let's Talk Movies and Purely and Simply Evil, which I promise you we are going to get back to very, very soon. I've got a full commentary that I need to drop so that we can get back on that train. But new episodes of Purely and Simply Evil premiere every single week at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok right underneath of me. You can find that. I don't know. I never know where to point on here. I'm always looking at like the wrong
I practice it
thing. Do you?
Sometimes. I'm not going to lie.
Right here on the screen, you can find LTM Podcast KY. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram there. And if you're going to tweet at us, please use the hashtag Let's Talk Movies Podcast. Just keep that up, guys. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Leave this episode a like. I already said that. Do all the things. Show somebody some love. It's Random Acts of Kindness week. Go show somebody a random act of kindness. Kiss them right on the mouth. No, I'm kidding. I need to go before I say something stupid.
Consensual wise.
Yeah. Don't walk up to somebody and do this. This is not a good idea.
That was consent. That was consent. So
he asked me to repeatedly.
Yeah.
He was actually begging me on the ground, and I finally did it. If you can tell by the look on his face, he looks so pleased with it. All right. With that, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Peace out. Have a great rest of your week. We'll talk to you later. See you.
Bye.
Damn it, I didn't hit the thing. I didn't hit the thing.